All right, welcome back to another episode, Full Fletch Podcast. Your hosts, Justin Mulvaney and Brooks Benson. Brooks, say
Full
what's up.
Full Fletch podcast. What's up, everybody? Sorry if I sound like absolute crap right now. I don't really feel that good, but we're here. We're grinding this out. We're
Brooks is a grinder.
I
Brooks
was
is a grinder. Brooks, you got some food there in your lap, huh?
I do. I'm
Tell the
hungry.
people.
I'm hoping this makes me feel better. We got
Tell
some
the people what
panda.
you got there.
Got some panda. Got some triple sesame with white rice. Typical stuff, you know.
You
My
don't go orange chicken?
Nah, dude. The orange chicken. I had it yesterday. I will say. Back to back panda days. Shout out. I had it yesterday, and I was just like, oh man, like this is just tastes a lot sweeter and just doesn't it tastes better.
That's funny.
So yeah,
Oh
and I
man.
feel like kind of crap right now, so apologize if I freaking cough up a lung here during the episode.
Maybe it's all that panda.
It probably is. I'm just being stupid. But are you eating anything? You already eat.
Oh, we already ate. It's 8:40 over here.
Oh yeah, you're an hour ahead of me. It's
Yeah,
7:40 here. It's new time change though.
yeah. We smoked some ribs today, so we had ribs.
Must be nice.
Oh yeah. Get you a smoker, Brooks.
I need it.
Be a man. Get a
I'll
smoker.
I'll eventually get a smoker. I'd like to get a what do you call it? Blackstone.
We got one of those a few weeks ago. Oh man,
Nice.
dude, I think we've cooked a meal inside like 4 times in the last like 3 weeks.
Hell yeah. Love
Everything's been
that.
either on the smoker or on the Blackstone outside.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, I don't know if we're gonna cook inside very often anymore. We
I
may
mean,
never use the oven again.
you guys live in Nashville, so it's a lot obviously warmer than out here. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, even when it's cool, it's like, well, it's worth it because that food is just so much better cooked on the Blackstone, it seems like. And it goes faster. Like cooking takes less time, less dishes. It's nice.
I have noticed that because I've used it a couple times with some buddies, and I was like, oh wow, this tastes really good.
Yeah. Uh, Caitlin made breakfast this morning. Got back from work and we had breakfast. Or she was cooking it as I got home. I don't know. She said she started 10 minutes after I let her know I was leaving work, and it normally takes me like 25, 30 minutes to get home.
Hmm.
And she said she started about 10 minutes after that, and by the time I got home she had already mixed up all the stuff for pancakes, and bacon was done,
Oof.
pancakes were just about done, and threw the eggs on like right when I got home, and it was all done. She said it took like maybe 15, 20 minutes for everything. It was
Jeez.
so
Yeah.
and it
What
was just
size
like
do you guys
all
have?
cranked out. We found a 36-inch on Marketplace.
Nice. So the four
Yeah,
burner.
so yeah, normally those are like 300, $400, and we
Yeah.
got it for 100. So
Nice.
yeah, super, super big time. If I were to suggest anything, it'd be to find it on Marketplace because, you can, if one's rusted out, you can always refinish it and get
Hmm.
it back. You
True.
can lowball somebody. I mean, we didn't have to on this guy. He was just like, I'm just trying to get rid of it. Don't use it. I think it was an older model too, but I mean, it still works the same. So
Blackstone's a Blackstone.
yeah, but yeah, it's clutch. It's clutch.
Hmm.
Brooks, you went shooting today. I'm throwing you a curveball here. We weren't going to talk about it, but we're going to talk about it now. You went shooting today. How'd it go?
Actually, went a lot better. Um, so I had to grab some emergency Amazon arrows because I was down to one of the 10 that I bought from Bear Creek a month ago. I still need to salvage three of them because I can
Yeah,
salvage them; they'll be fine. Um, but I bought I don't know some Amazon brand, 12 of them for like $60.
yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, it's a Sanlida Archery. I don't know. Honestly, they're a 250 spine, 0.001 straightness. Actually flew pretty well. They're 480
Yeah,
grains. The ones I was shooting were 515, and these actually flew pretty dang well.
nice.
I didn't really have to adjust my sights, which was nice. Um,
Yeah,
Now I didn't cut these because I obviously don't have a cutter, but I believe it's 32 inches long. I have a 30 and a half draw, which I mean,
Yeah,
it didn't really matter to me, it seemed like today.
yeah,
So,
yeah. It's not too big of a difference. I mean, what is that? 30, 40 grains difference.
yeah.
You're not gonna have like a mega, you know, height difference from on your sight from those
Yep.
two. So
I did
you,
bust
I mean,
one.
you'll really notice it when you get out to like 60, 70 yards, stuff like that.
I did notice that because there was a couple we shot from 60, and I did notice it definitely flew a little bit more than I was wanting it to.
Yeah, it was. You probably missed high.
Yep, missed high.
Yeah, I mean, lighter, faster. That's
Yeah,
obvious, Captain Obvious, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, when you're at like 20, 30, somewhere in there, you're gonna notice maybe like a fraction of an inch
right,
difference. And
right.
if for us amateurs, it's really not that big of a difference. It's like, oh, whatever.
Hmm.
A competitive shooter is gonna be like, holy crap, that's a huge difference. Need
Right.
to totally change everything. But, you know, for us, it's like, oh, it's basically the same, so we're good to go.
Yep.
But yeah, you won't really notice it until you get out to those farther distances. So
Yeah, it was definitely noticeable as I got further out. So I was trying to like, I ended up just um aiming down a little bit more because it was uphill, or sorry,
yeah,
downhill. Apologize.
okay,
Um, just aimed down just a little bit more, and then I started to hit better, and I was like, okay, cool.
yeah.
I only lost one arrow. Well, I guess I didn't really lose it. I busted um, the insert and the field tip, but it's because I missed low, and it hit a tree branch or a root,
Uh,
whatever you want to call it. But I think I could still salvage it. So we'll see.
you just got a little bit of bad luck. Did you take my advice?
To actually shoot at the target and not where the rod goes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I took that
Yeah.
advice and actually did pretty well. So
Hey, I should be a professional archery coach.
you should.
I
I
give
was like,
great insight.
I was dotting a few. I was like, okay,
Yeah,
I
I feel
think I'm starting to kind of figure it out now. Finney, I know you might listen to this. No, I do
he,
not have it all figured out. Uh, I will just leave it there.
oh man, he would call you out on that too for sure.
He would.
Um,
Yep,
Rewind. It might have been last ep. Yeah, I think last episode where it was just you and I. You said you went to go get your eyes checked. Any
I did.
update on the eyes being checked?
Um, I get my glasses probably either Friday or Monday.
Oh, so you'll be able to see now.
I'll be able to see.
That'll be
I'm
good.
taking. I have like really bad dry eyes.
Mm.
So they gave me these eye drops that are like a low dose steroid. And then I
So you're
have
gonna
to
be
do
jacked.
exactly. I'm gonna be jacked.
Good.
Uh, um, so I got to take those twice a day for 2 weeks, and then kind of taper off from there. And then I got some like those dry eye drops as well. Just like kind of your over the counter stuff.
Yeah.
So, yep. I mean, my eyes aren't bad, but from afar they are for sure. So I'm definitely nearsighted. Um, but I'm glad I will be wearing glasses for now on.
Nice.
Um, I got some Oakleys, so of
Yeah, of
course,
course you
right?
do.
Of
Bougie.
course, freaking douche. I'm a douche.
Oh
Um,
man.
uh, but yeah, so I should be able to see a little bit better, which would be nice.
Yeah, shoot better.
Shoot better, see better, whole nine. Maybe I'll be like, oh, that's what an elk looks like from far away. Interesting.
Oh, you mean to tell me that's what that looks like?
Oh,
The last two hunting seasons, that's what I was looking for? Holy cow.
gosh, dang it! But
That's funny. Well, I'm glad you're going to be able to see better. I think that's going to help in a lot of ways for
yep,
you in
I
all
will.
aspects of life.
I mean, I will be posting videos of hunts and everything, and I probably YouTube comments will be like, four eyes. This guy can't even
No.
see.
That'll be me.
No, it was hilarious.
I'll
The
be the one commenting.
my when Aaron and I went on our rifle hunt, his more like his rifle hunt, not this past season, but the year before in 2023, and we posted a video of the hunt, and I was pretty much camera guy, and he was his glasses kept fogging up, and he's like, I can't even see straight. And a guy commented, it was like, it's like, how are you shooting a gun if you can't even see? How safe is that? I was like, and sorry, and
Get called out.
a couple other folks called him out for it too. It's hilarious,
That's
even
funny.
though he did tag out. It was he was I think that at that moment he was trying to get a buck at about 250, but just the snow kept coming down and just he could not get a good line of sight. But he ended up tagging out anyway. So
Yeah, that's funny.
yeah,
Well, speaking of updates, we have a pretty big update
yep,
coming from the state of Colorado. You want to
yep.
let the people know what we got going on?
Got another big win for the state of Colorado for the hunters and outdoorsmen.
Yeah.
The House Bill 1258 was denied by I think it was the Agricultural Committee that was trying to discuss it and everything. And there's actually a lot of people who made testimonies, and apparently that really made the difference. And I think they squashed it by like 10-3 voting wise. So that's nice. At least it wasn't close. So it's just okay. No, we're not. And for those of you who maybe didn't listen to the last podcast or didn't know what's going on here in Colorado, they're trying to go after hunters again, typical. And House Bill 1258 essentially will make or would have made hunting the secondary option for game management, big game management, or small game management, whatever you want to call it, here in the state of Colorado. Essentially, just letting nature be the primary, um, which we all know how that goes. So
Yep. Yeah, I was Googling it real quick just to see what it was assigned to the House Agriculture, Water, and Natural Resources Committee, like you said.
that's what it was.
So,
Yep, I got one of
yep.
them right.
Yeah, I mean, one for one for four, three. Yeah, good
One for
enough.
that's all right.
That puts you in the Hall of Fame there.
Like yeah,
Yeah, 10-3 got shut down, so definitely a win, like you said.
mm,
It's just, all the things that we had talked about, for face value, it just was not a good sign that if this continues forward into the next step or the next step, or, if it came down to the final vote, it would be like a really bad deal
yep, it
because
would have.
that's just a huge risk. Because I think, I'm not a huge government snob. I don't know everything about government and how it all works, but they vote on it, then it goes to another group, they vote on it,
Mm,
and then finally it's like, okay, statewide, this decision is being made. So this was kind of
right.
early on, but like you said, it is a big win, especially to catch it up that early and to have that big of a vote against it is huge. So,
Yep.
um, like I said, face value it was bad, but then once we started digging deeper and being like, okay, what if they go with this? What are the possible solutions as opposed
Mm,
to, the way things are now? How could they change? And those
right.
changes did not look good. So
No.
everybody's happy, I think, especially in the hunting world,
Yep.
that got shut down. So
I'm sure they'll. I think they're trying some more. Um, they're
yeah,
always trying something. So that's
I
the
think
thing. Was
that was probably one that was too big for their britches. I think they're trying to find all the backdoor ways that they can,
yeah,
and they tried with the cats, the big cats, and now they tried with this, and I think they're still going too big, and they need, you know, I'm not trying to tell them what to do, but I think what they're already probably trying to do is they're going to try to find the smallest win possible and then snowball it and just
yep,
turn that thing into a freaking avalanche eventually. And
yep.
so I think they're going too big and they're just going to keep going smaller and smaller and smaller. And then finally they're going to get one little victory and it's going to explode.
Now,
That's their hope, but
yeah, it is their hope. Now, Dude, honestly, I've been obviously I just became a hunter here in the state of Colorado and everything, and I'm still pretty new. But it seems like once the wolves thing passed, people were starting to be like, okay, we need to actually like get involved here and
Yeah.
do something. And whether it's posting content online about it or actually giving um talking to the committees about it or whatever it may be, like get involved in
Hmm.
some way, shape, or form, put a sign in their front yard. Um, I think Colorado. Now, just me being an optimist. I think we're in good hands when it comes to the hunting side of things. I
Yeah.
think we'll be okay. It's just going to be a fight.
Right.
So,
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was a huge win. Just got to keep the eyes open, eyes and ears out for the next thing that's going to be coming because it's going to.
oh yeah,
There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's coming. So.
yep.
Well, that was our update from last episode where we talked legislation. We won't dwell too much on it. We've talked 5 minutes on it, and I think that's we don't want to keep keep going to the well on that. That we'll bring it up, if we find out about another big one that might impact us. But for now,
Mhm.
that'll cover that. But the big one we wanted to get to today, we haven't done it in a while, and we haven't really covered this part of it. We're going to do a little bit of a gear talk, gear breakdown.
Mhm.
We've talked about what's on our bows, what arrows we shoot, what arrows we're going to shoot, and things like that. But we haven't really talked about what gear, aside from our bows and arrows, we use. Maybe in passing, Brooks has kind of shown his binos and stuff like that. But you know, we'll
Mhm.
we'll we'll dive a little bit deeper into that stuff because those are things that are important. Obviously, things you wear and uh, how you carry your gear in and out, and it'll be nice to look at the differences between a whitetail guy like myself and what I use. And, you know, I'm in a very mobile tree stand setup type deal, as opposed to, compare that to Brooks, where he's probably more set up in a different way, where he's got bigger packs maybe. And,
Mhm.
he's hunting deer, mule deer and elk up in the mountains. And just to be able to look at the differences and, see where we're at now. And maybe we'll do another episode later on and be like, okay, come late summer, right before preseason, these are these things that I'm updating, things that wanted to get that I've kind of been saving up for, what have you. And then,
Right.
but yeah, no, I think it'll be definitely an interesting episode. And so I don't care. I think we'll go one at a time instead of like bouncing
Mhm.
back and forth.
That's fine.
Just kind of think about, you know, instead of being like, oh, well, he's got this, I got that. Well, I don't have one of those. Just, everything you got, let's see it. So, do you want to flip a coin or do you want to go first? What do you want?
Uh, I
Do you want me to
you
go
want
first?
go? You go first. I might have to run and grab my binos in the car or in the truck
Okay,
real
you
quick.
could, yeah, you do that. I'll
Apologies.
actually, we'll pause it here and then we'll come back in a minute. All right, we're back. We're back. And I guess we are decided that I'm going first. So, I'll start. I'll start with my binos because I think I put them in my backpack, but I'll take them out and we'll start with my binos because they are always usually, well, always separate from my backpack. So, uh, both of the bino harness itself, it's the Badlands brand. I got it in a Hunt Vault. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of Hunt Vault. It's like a subscription once a month. They send you like a care package of hunting outdoors related stuff. And so I was doing that for like a year at one point, and then I've unsubscribed from that just because it was, I don't know. I started getting a lot of stuff that I wasn't using. I wouldn't say it's not for everybody, but or I would say it's not for everybody. It might be super awesome for some people, especially like
Hmm.
maybe a guy like Brooks or somebody just getting started that doesn't really know what to look for.
Hmm.
Maybe or a guy who wants to try new things. I don't know. There's my little plug on them. Hunt Vault is pretty cool, but I got this vinyl harness from there. It's all magnetic, and so it's pretty quiet. I would say that this one is pretty old, and I think they make newer magnetic ones that are a lot quieter. And so
Hmm.
maybe that's an update in the future. Maybe not even this year, but I like it. It's pretty small. It stays pretty tight to the chest. Stays out of the way, especially for archery. When I get up in a tree, I'll usually take it off and hang things up. Or I don't know. It just depends on what I'm feeling for the day. Sometimes I'll keep it on my chest. Sometimes I'll hang it up. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, but it's out of the way either way. But yeah, Badlands, pretty cool. Uh, like I said, it's not super bulky, so I like it. And then I've got the Vortex Crossfire. Uh, I believe they're one of the cheaper models, the 10 by 42, and
Nice.
then those are just tethered into the vinyl harness. So, uh, yeah, Badlands, I like them. I like their camo. Uh, I don't have any of their apparel, but I don't mind it. I've seen a lot of their stuff, even their plain color stuff. It just like looks good.
Uh,
A lot of those companies, they're nice gear. So, what were you gonna say there?
I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then I went out of my way because I had the vinyl harness. I also bought separate. It didn't come in the that Hunt Vault subscription package or whatever. I went out and found the rangefinder pouch
Uh,
that matches. So it's also Badlands. I just kind of wanted to tie it all together, and it hooks up. It's got like a little buckle thing, so it doesn't like magnetically hook. Like I said, it didn't come with it, but it hooks up pretty good. Uh, I wouldn't say it's the best. Sometimes it does find its way falling off somehow.
uh,
I don't know how or why, but it does. But yeah, I mean, very simple. It just holds your. It's got a couple little pockets in it, and it holds your rangefinder. My rangefinder is the Vortex Ranger. I really like Vortex. They're pretty affordable
mm,
and really high quality for, especially for the money you pay. Even for those lower end ones, like I said, I've got that Crossfire, which is one of their lower end models, but it's still really high quality. So
yeah.
um, I want to say this is supposed to go out to like 1,400 yards or something like that. I
Sweet.
don't know, but so really easy, simple to use for or effective for my 20 to 40 yard ranges that, I don't really have to worry about how far it goes. But
Mm,
for somebody like if I were to use this same one going out elk hunting, I would still be able to get like okay, he's at 600. I still need to cut the distance some. And,
mm.
it's a rangefinder for pretty much all purposes. So
Might as
I
well
really
just
like it.
have
I don't
that.
have any, what's that?
I'm just saying, might as well have that, and it's better to not need it than to need it. So,
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean that one I did go a little bit because I think they make ones that don't go as far, a little bit lower end. But so that
uh,
one's I think like mid range. They make nicer, they make less lower end, but it's kind of right there in the middle, gets it all done. So yeah, that's vinyl harness, binos, rangefinder, and the rangefinder pouch. So Badlands, I like them. Uh, Next thing, just in general, my backpack. Holds it's like I said, compared to Brooks, this is probably a much smaller backpack. You know, I'm kind of your average guy, 6 foot, and it's just the same like length as my upper body,
right.
torso area. So it's not a super long pack, not very wide. It's more narrow than my shoulders, and like I said, I'm not a super like wide guy. Like I said, very average, but um, it's pretty compact, lightweight. They make lighter backpacks, but they definitely make heavier backpacks too. So it's again kind of mid-range. This is another thing that came in that Hunt Vault pack, and had I not gotten this one, I probably would have ended up with one that I didn't like. Because I didn't really do much research on them and
Mm,
on backpacks or anything like that. And I was like, oh, this is a pretty good little backpack. The back is a hard back, so I don't know if you can hear that, listeners, but um, yeah, it's got like a stiff frame in the back, so it doesn't totally collapse on you, so you can prop it up. Um, and then the nice part about it, there's a lot of really good features to it. I don't know if I mentioned it. The brand is Camelback, so
okay.
I believe it's compatible. Supposed to be compatible with one of their um, like bladders for having water.
Uh-huh.
It didn't come with one, but I think it is, Camelback. I think they make most of their stuff compatible to fit one of those water bladders. So I don't have one, but if I really wanted to, I'm sure I could find one that would be compatible with it. So tons of attachment points. Like there's little molly attachments all over. It's got like the waist strap that goes around your waist, big buckle, goes around your midsection, and then there's a little chest strap, uh, and that one kind of slides up and down just to be a little bit more form fitting. So it's not just if it fits you, great. If it doesn't, you're uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You can adjust it a lot of different ways, which is nice. Um, Side pouches for your water bottles and stuff like that. For big water bottles, it's got a zipper and you can kind of cinch it up to be a little bit smaller. Pretty nice on that side too. And like I said, the inside has a lot of MOLLE attachments as well because I believe this is supposed to be a like a tree stand based backpack. So it's lighter weight, not as big. And then when you hang it up in a tree, so I've got this carabiner that hooks to one of my straps that I hook around the tree, and it holds my bow, holds my backpack, a couple other things. I'll hook my rangefinder up on it too, all those good things. But when you have it hanging up like that, this backpack or this little, when it opens, it's got these straps that limit how far it can open, and it will create a shelf basically. So it's kind of a hard frame down on this bottom as well. It's got a pocket in there, and then this front pocket on the front side is a little bit stiff as well. So it kind of makes a nice little shelf for you can hang up your phone right there or whatever. If you've got a couple other things that you want to hang up, I've put like water bottles so they're more accessible there as opposed to having to reach into the side pocket and slip it out, make more noise. It's a lot more quiet. It can just sit on that shelf. So,
Yeah.
um, and then digging in, uh, I'll get to my camo here in a minute, but uh, things I keep in my backpack pretty much every time I go out. Uh, This is a rain jacket, so this is just Magellan brand from Academy Outdoors. I think it was like $20, something like that, but it folds into itself, and so it stays really compact, doesn't take up a ton of space, really light. Um, Sometimes I'd fail to check the weather, and it's gonna rain on me, and it's like, oh crap, I need a rain jacket. Super nice. Or if it's really windy in like late fall and it gets a little bit chilly, makes for a good windbreaker as well. And then it's nice that it's camo. Uh, I'll get to that kind of camo versus not camo. We'll get to that eventually.
Yeah.
But um, like I said, tons of straps and attachments. Trying to get one of the straps out of my way here. Uh, I've got these guys, so they're glow clips, and try to get the reflection off of there. But so these things, if you don't have anything like it, I would recommend getting some. We all have our GPSs of some sort. Usually, like me, I'll just use my phone as my GPS on X or Spartan Forge, any of those guys.
Mhm.
And I have yet to get totally lost. If I really get lost, obviously pull those up and I'm good to go. But in a situation where maybe you lose service, your phone dies, you feel like you're lost, or you're going into an area you don't have service, having clips like this, or they may come like into like little pins that you can stick on trees, and when your headlight reflects off them, these little dots are reflective.
Uh-huh.
It's just a way for you to trace your steps without, you know, leaving actual breadcrumbs, So makes it
That's nice.
nice. Kind of more for me, it's more emergency based. If I'm in an area that like I know I'm not going to have good service, GPS might not work very well. I don't know. Like I said, backup plan, but they're there in case I need them.
Right. Huh.
Uh, I do have a Garmin, little pocket eTrex 10. It's like a backup GPS. I haven't had to use it. I don't really know how to use it very well, but it's a backup GPS. Like I said, it's there. I'm pretty sure the batteries are dead on it, so wouldn't do me any good right now, or even this year. But just a backup GPS. Maybe charge it and use it
Mhm.
next year. But hopefully, I don't have to use it.
Yeah,
I've
hopefully.
got my deer call. Flex Tone, I believe, is the brand. Yeah, Flex Tone. It's got the actual grunt tube and then the uh snort wheeze thing. I don't know. Makes it and blow it. Tried. I haven't had it work too well in getting deer to come in, but is what it is. That is nice. I like the way it sounds, but I always keep that in my bag. And
Nice.
then my archery wrench. So I always keep this with me. I do have. I'll keep it in my bag and I'll whip it out at home, but I always make sure I have it packed in my backpack before I go out in case there's something, if my sight comes loose or something like that. I always have my wrench, Allen
Uh,
set with me just to tighten something down if I notice something's loose. Obviously, it's not something to do major repairs. If that's the case, obviously my hunt's done and might have to take it to a shop. But if
right.
something's loose, tighten it up. Keep my wrench on me.
Always need a wrench.
Yeah, I've got a couple knife sharpeners, so we'll get to that too. I've always been like a knife hoarder, and I've kind of turned into a knife sharpener hoarder. I have like five knife sharpeners that are all like the pocket size knife sharpener. This one has the end, I don't know, to refine the point, the
Uh-huh.
coarse and the fine, ceramic, all that good stuff. I like this one. It's got a striker, fire striker stick.
Uh-huh.
So, emergency situation, need a fire, you can use that. Along those same lines, I also have a lighter somewhere in here. We'll get to that, but it's in a whole different pocket. But it also has a whistle. I'm not going to blow it because Brooks's dogs just went nuts, but uh, I will make my dogs go nuts if I blow on it. But there is a little whistle port up here on this end, so it's a nice emergency tool, and also sharpens your knives when you need it. Um, sometimes those knives go dull while you're gutting a deer or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, I think that's it on like this random spare gear. I've got random AAA batteries. It's funny because I just bought new ones because I thought we were out of AAA's, but
Uh-huh.
apparently not. Those are all rechargeable for my
Nice.
headlamp. So my
Uh-huh.
headlamp's on a rechargeable battery itself that is hooked to it. Uh, but as backup batteries, you can use AAA batteries for mine. So
Yeah.
I keep those with me, rechargeable. Like I said, I thought I was out. I thought I either lost those or used those somewhere else, but apparently not. So that'll be nice. Pleasant
Yeah.
surprise there. Um, but I think these are the last couple things in the big pocket, and there's one more small pocket. But this is my bone slash tree handsaw. So cutting up big bones on a deer, the pelvis and stuff like that. And then you can use it, if you got a limb in your way while you're up in a tree, reach
Mm-hmm.
over and saw that thing off if you really need to, just to make another shooting lane or a little bit more comfortable in a tree, you know, have that there. I haven't used it for trees. I'll usually just bend and snap one, or bend it out of the way. But yeah, I've definitely used it to help gut the deer. Then this guy, I don't. I think this was another Hunt Vault gift find thing. Uh, I haven't really used it, but it is kind of a nice emergency tool. So they are giant scissors, and
Hmm.
with it comes apart so that you have like a gripper. I think this is supposed to be, say it's like a saw, but it has a skinning hook, like, or a gutting hook right there.
Uh-huh.
So you can hook that in and skin your animal.
Yeah.
This end also can be used as a knife. You take it apart. Obviously, you're using it to cut, but you can take it apart and use it as a knife. Uh, yeah. So kind of I don't know. Yeah, I guess this is supposed to be, like I said, gut hook and maybe a saw, but that's not super sharp. And
Uh-huh.
this other side is just the scissor blade and then a knife blade, which the knife blade side of it's actually pretty sharp. So, you know, it's a backup tool where if I really need it, I haven't found a need for scissors in the
Uh-huh.
field, but if you come across maybe a tough tendon or like you're trying to get something apart and you just can't get it with a knife, maybe scissors will do it. I don't know, but it's kind of a beefy tool, but it's a backup tool for me. I don't really, like I said, I don't use it as a primary tool.
Yeah.
Um, all right, now to the fun stuff. I've got knives everywhere. Like I said, I'm a knife hoarder. I have like 20 knives around the house.
Uh-huh.
I've got the Outdoor Edge replaceable blades. So this is just, I don't even know, 3 inch, 2.5 inch normal replaceable blade. They come out and they're nice for skinning, especially a little bit more narrow width on the blade, so you can
Uh-huh.
get in there tight and skin. Obviously, those are really sharp, but when they get dull, they're not super great, and so I don't love replaceable blades, but they are pretty convenient. So I don't know. I also have in this pocket another knife, just a regular old pocket knife, flips up. This one's pretty good for skinning, and like I said, I've had two knife sharpeners in here. I think I put another one in this other pocket, but one knife here, and then in case of emergencies, a pen.
Uh-huh.
Um, or when I'm hunting in an area where I don't have an E tag and I have a physical tag where you have to mark your actual hunt.
Uh-huh.
Most states you mark it with a knife by cutting out notches on the tag itself. Others you have to write out, like Louisiana, you had to write out the date and time and sex and stuff like that on your tag before you and to actually physically tag your animal. So I have it just in case, write things out. And there it is, my second knife sharpener. Um, I like this Outdoor Edge one as well. It doesn't have all the extra stuff as that. I forget the other brand, Smiths, I think. Yeah, Smiths is the name of that other knife
Uh-huh.
sharpener. And then Outdoor Edge, I like this one. It gets it really sharp. I use that one a lot in our kitchen. I've gone out and taken it out of my backpack to put in to sharpen our kitchen knives. Um, this right here is an extra attachment or like a replacement attachment for my climbing sticks, or no, not my climbing sticks, my platform on the tethered platform. So the one that's on there now is a little bit bigger and wider. This one's more narrow. Um, but in case that one breaks, or if there's a different type of tree that I don't know, just in case, a replacement part. Like I said before, I've got my lighter. Hopefully it still. Oh yeah, she works. So
Nice.
yep, just in case need a fire and I can't find that lighter stick, or I just want to make it easy and light something on fire,
Mm-hmm.
save myself. Great. And then I've got all sorts of rubber gloves. So I don't really love getting super bloody when I'm gutting a deer, cleaning one out. But
You ain't a man.
yeah, well,
You ain't a man, boy.
if you happen to accidentally clip something that you're not supposed to, guts and stuff like that, you don't really want to have guts all over you. And you know, I always get cuts on my hand, like little micro cuts working at work. And
Yeah.
so like I don't know, I just conscientious of that just to make sure I stay clean is another part of it. So I'll usually glove up when I'm gutting if I remember to do it. I don't think I remembered to do it right away when I got my doe this year, but oh well, wasn't
Yeah.
too bad. Um, I forget what is it down here. Okay, so in the bottom, I think this is the last pocket, and then we'll get to Brooks. In the bottom of this backpack on the backside, there is this like gunsling attachment. So, if you've got a rifle, shotgun, whatever long gun, It's got like a little bungee, so it will be a little bit more form fitting to the stock. But
Yeah.
then it kind of extends down, so you're not just having to strap it in with these straps. Um, that gets me to my last point. I, like I said, before I'm not much of a gun hunter, and so I haven't had to use that ever. But it's there when I need it. But the other convenient part about these straps, uh, you can hook. It's meant to be able to hook your bow to it as well, which I do hook my bow to it occasionally when I'm
Uh,
walking out of the field and it's like a really long walk and I don't want to carry it. But majority of the time, definitely like every time going in and out, I will definitely hook my platform and in climbing sticks to my backpack. So, these stretch out pretty good. They're set right now at the length I need to get through my platform and my sticks, but
uh,
it makes carrying everything out super, super simple. And it's one bag, uh, as opposed to multiple attachment points. And, I'll carry my lineman belt and stuff like that on. Like I'll wear it going in and out. I
yeah.
can fit it in my backpack usually, but, um, you know, it just makes it so where I can be a lot more mobile and have things on put everything on my back, and have my hands free if I really need to. So yeah, that's my
Nice.
that's my gear. Oh, last thing, camo. What I have now is this is just the pattern. This is just one of the things. All my stuff matches right now. I've got two shirts, all both with the hood. So it's Sitka.
Yes, he's sick, a guy.
Yeah, I've got Sitka. I mean, it's warm. It's good. It's pretty good quality. This one has done some pilling. Um, I don't know. It's not. I don't love that part of it, so it kind of catches on a lot of stuff now that it has done all that pilling. But it's warm for sure. I love the square pattern, quilted or whatever on the
Yeah.
inside. It's like not super heavy, but it keeps you really warm. I don't know what those would be called, but yeah. So Sitka, I believe it's Gore Optifade. It's like their most generic pattern, like one of their
Okay.
original patterns. So. I've had that stuff for a while. Like I said, I've got the two shirts, and one's a light hoodie with the face mask,
Mm,
and then the other is this, and then my other thing is my pants. So my pants have a knee pad in them, which I love. However, and this brings me to my last point. So the knee pads are great when I'm sitting up in a tree, leaning up against a tree. Being a tethered guy, tree saddle hunter leaning up against those trees, it's really nice to have those knee pads. However, I am trying to get ready to switch over to all solid colors. And I think I'm going to go with like a dark green, forest green. And
mm,
Magellan has a bunch of green stuff that would kind of fit that color scheme that I'm going for. They've got a vest that I really like to wear. Oh, that's the other thing. I almost always wear a vest, especially once it gets like late fall, and on through the winter. I don't know. It just keeps me more warm, and it's got all the extra pockets for your phone and stuff like that. But
right.
yeah, so they've got going back to my color scheme. I am gonna probably switch to solid forest green for this year. I don't know, just all the times that I'm hunting, it's almost always in low light, and I'm always up in a tree, and so it's a little bit more affordable finding things that are just solid color as opposed to like because you know when you're looking at Sitka and Kuiu and all those other brands, pretty much everything they have is expensive, but you can
Yeah.
find other brands like Academy, Magellan brands, stuff like that that are just going to have solid colors that fit that color scheme
Right.
for a little bit less price. And so I'm looking at doing that stuff. The only thing with those, most of the pants that they make nowadays that are just plain color, they don't have the knee pad, and so that'd be some gear that I would have to update as far as the tether side.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, I think I covered it all. Um, any questions, Brooks, on my gear?
So the hunting vault. I
Hmm.
pulled it up. So the Elite 365 subscription is 150 a month.
Yeah. It
That's not
used to be
bad.
only 100.
So it's 150, but you get a it looks like you get a ton of stuff,
You do.
which is nice because they say it's
Yeah.
like
I believe
200 to
they,
300 in value.
yeah, which is usually true. Most of the time, like they'll give you like a price breakdown each box.
Yeah.
So you get it, you open everything, and it gives you like a little postcard that's like, these are all your items. This one is worth this and this and this. And usually, like Brooks just said, it's usually worth at least double the price of the box or of the monthly fee.
Right. I might have to do it here soon because it
It's
looks
nice. I
like
mean, you get some good stuff, and I feel like I've kind of watched them on their ads and stuff like that, just to see what they're doing. There were
Mhm.
a couple times where they almost got me to bite on going back to it because they had some really nice gear
Yeah.
coming back. So, um, no, I mean it is. I think they've upped their quality since I left the subscription, but it's not
Mhm.
enough to make me go back right now. But they do
Yeah.
have some quality stuff that they send out.
And you can it looks like you can customize it so it gives you like hunt method, hunting preference, shirt
Yep.
jacket size, boot size, glove size. So that's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yep. I liked it.
So I have to do it. But that's all I got for questions.
Nice. All right. I would say it's your turn then.
All
Let's see
right, it
your let's
is.
see your gear
Let's see
breakdown.
it. So still running the Kafaru vinyl harness.
Hmm.
Um, I do like it. Now, I have thought about switching only because these back straps here, if you're wearing a t-shirt, it's very uncomfortable.
Mm,
If you wear a jacket, it feels fine, but if you wear a t-shirt, it's kind of uncomfortable. So,
interesting.
I've kind of gone back and forth and getting a new pair of binos or bino harness. I
Uh,
need a new pair of binos, but um, I've thought about Muley Freak because it looks like that one kind of for the price and what you get for it, it looks pretty nice, but also at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to spend $209 at the moment.
yeah.
So that might be a down the road thing. But I will say with the Kafaru, I do need to get like an admin pouch or something because you could put these are all these obviously Molly and you could put a little pouch in there and you can put more stuff. So right now this one has no magnets, which I do like. Um, so this is binos. These are some pretty regular Bushnells, uh, 10 by 42s.
Yep.
They're like $50. That's all I could afford.
That's like the
Um,
standard magnification.
yep. And it fits very well inside.
Hmm.
There is a little, I believe there's a small little like foam piece.
Mm,
So if I have like a little bit bigger, it would still fit, but
yeah.
these still fits pretty well. And so this is my release, and I'll put that right there, which is kind of nice. It keeps it nice and sturdy in there when I flip it up
Yeah.
and put it over, and keeps it just in there secure, which is nice. These
Yeah.
are some other little pockets here, um,
Mm,
maybe for calls or something like that, I'm assuming.
right.
Then right here is my rangefinder. This is the GS60 Go Go Go. It's definitely an Amazon brand.
Go, go, go.
Go go go, but it works, and that's you just have to charge it every I think 500 reads. So, but it lasts a long time, which is nice. I should probably charge it today just in case.
Nice.
But it doesn't have a tether. That's the other bad thing about Kafaru is
Okay.
they don't have a tether that comes with it. So that's kind of annoying, but it
Yeah.
still fits fine. Um, so and then this one's the accessory pocket. Uh, this right here.
Hmm.
I keep the wind checker. Then right now I have two different Allen keys. One for bigger stuff on my Hoyt, others for smaller stuff. I would like to just get. I think Archers or Pine Ridge Archery, I think makes a bigger one of these. This is just
Okay.
your kind of normal one you get at like Home Depot.
Yeah.
But I think these guys make a bigger one, which I need to get at some point.
Yeah. I think that's probably so it's the Archer's Allen Ranch Pine Ridge. I think that's the one that almost every archer has bought in their
Yep.
lifetime, at least
Shout out
once.
to those guys. They're making a ton of
Yeah.
money.
I mean, it's just perfect. It's a perfect Allen key
It
set.
really is. So I will say there's these gatekeepers on the back that keep these pouches nice and secure. It does. I like wearing my harness up, pretty
Hmm.
secure. But I will say, whenever I bend over, it does sag a little bit. Um, and if you try to tighten it, then you kind of start freaking really get
Rubbing.
like rubbing, and it just gets annoying. So you kind of have to deal
Yeah.
with it. But it's still a really nice vinyl harness. Definitely recommend for anyone who wants a no magnet one. I know
Yeah.
there's the big debate. That's not really a debate, but the big thing of no magnet versus magnet just
Right.
depends on what type of hunting you do. Like I know a lot of people out here out west prefer no magnets, but I see like them run marsupials which do have magnets unless you get their no mag version. Um, and I did watch a video of like how the magnets do screw up your GPS, whether it's on your phone or you actually have a GPS. And like the guy was showing how he was literally he's going west, but it said he was going south or
Oh,
something like that.
interesting.
And I was like, oh geez, that's especially if you're lost and you kind of don't know where you're at.
Yeah.
That's no good, especially out west. So yeah, that's my binos. Um, I have my elk tube. All my calls are in my truck right now because
There you
that's
go.
where I practice. Um, all right, and I've honestly taken a lot of stuff out, but
Yeah.
this is my pack. It is a Numa pack. I think I got one of the last Numa like actual packs out there last year. Um, that was for sale because they haven't come out with a new one at all. Hold up. Would you look at that? I found an extra tripod where it hooks on to stuff.
How about that?
Wow. Cool.
That's incredible.
I will see. I didn't take everything out, but I don't know what's in here. I got some beef jerky. I don't even know if it's good anymore. It probably is, but this year kind of I can't remember exactly. It was about $300, so good price because I mean everyone knows how expensive packs can get.
Yeah.
It's got nice padding here on the back. Um, the actual straps or whatever you call them.
Yeah.
I'm blanking right now. I'm sorry. A lot of padding, which is nice. The shoulder straps. It's got this little extra pouch right here on top. Then it's got your typical like where you put your game
Yeah.
bags whenever you're packing something out. So
Yeah. That's like the big difference between like a Western pack versus a whitetail pack. Because
right.
mine does not have anything really like that at all. And so
Mhm.
that's kind of the big difference I wanted to acknowledge was, you have those big pack out packs as opposed and they've got the really good stiff. I mean, like I said, mine is stiff, but it's just a whole different ball game when you're talking about a Western game to be able to fit. Like you said, when
Mhm.
you're quartering out an elk or big mule deer out in the mountains, and you're quartering things out, you got to have a place to put it because you can't
Yep.
just like sumo
No.
or not sumo carry it, but like chest carry it out.
Yeah, no, that's not happening. So especially if you get an elk or a moose or a
Yeah.
muley out here.
Right.
Antelope, you probably could. Um, they're small enough,
Yeah. Basically a deer.
basically, yeah. Um, but yeah, so that's my pack. Obviously, I would have game bags, knives, um,
Yeah.
cutting or cutting kit, so tarp to put the meat down on. Um, whole nine extras like a light, headlamp, extra
Yeah.
batteries, whatever you need to be out in the backcountry just in case shit hits the fan.
For
Here is
sure.
one of my knives that I have.
Ooh.
Where the Outdoor Element makes these.
Okay.
They it's not coming. There it is. Um, they're cool. They're whoop, you missed it.
Oh.
It does a little
Oh. A little
ooh
sparky.
little spark. So just in case you need to start a fire or something, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Um,
Nice.
then it's got obviously it sharpens. You can sharpen it too. Sharpen the knife. Um,
Right.
what else? Oh, camo. Let me see.
What do you know what headlamp you use?
Random Cabela's one.
Okay.
I would
Tanner and
like
I
to get a
both
nicer
use
one.
we both use the Black Diamond. I think mine is the Spot. I don't know. They've got like a four or five different. It's not just Black Diamond, because they make a bunch of different stuff. But I like mine. Black Diamond's good. I forget there was a brand that I saw a bunch of advertising for, and then I'll let you get back to your thing. But I think it's
Yeah.
called Last Light. But they
Uh,
make like rope lights that you can hang up like when you're I think it would be awesome for anybody, but especially when you're talking about packing out an elk or a deer. You find your animal last light, and it's nice to have your headlamp and you can see some, but they have these
uh,
like rope lights that you hang them from tree limbs, and you
huh,
can make like your area that you're working in well lit, like really well lit, like you're in a actual room.
right.
And so you don't like you can use your headlamp still, but that rope light lights it up good. And then they also have their own headlamps, but I
That's
don't
pretty
know.
cool.
I'd be interested to get something like that. All right,
Well, let's.
back
Anyways,
to
we can.
Brooksy.
All right. So, oh, I just busted the. Well. Camo wise, I go with Numa.
Yeah,
PNUMA. Numa. I like their camo. It's about mid range, middle, or I shouldn't say price wise, it's middle of the road.
yeah,
But it really is nice stuff. Like I've been out. This is their Waypoint jacket. I have more, but I've been out in the Waypoint jacket and my Waypoint pants, and excuse me, um, and in like 20, 10 degrees, 20 degrees weather, and I was completely fine,
nice.
which is nice. And it's the Waypoint series is water resistant. Um,
Mm,
I have the waterproof. I can't remember what they're called. Those do really well. Even I mean, water resistant on these things is still really good. I was still dry as a bone during snowstorm
yeah,
when Aaron and I went rifle hunting second season Colorado. So um, I have I am thinking of going solids as well. It was kind of funny when I was shooting today with Ted. Him and I were kind of having this debate too because he's a big Sitka guy as well. His company Caribou Gear sells Sitka. Um, I believe. Sorry, Ted, if I was wrong about that. Um, for those of you who don't know, Caribou Gear is one of the best reusable game bags on the market. So our buddy
plug.
that Justin and I played baseball with growing up owns it. So his dad started in 2008. Little plug. Here you go, Ted. His dad started in 2008, and it's just grown. Um, so yeah, but like kind of what we're talking today, like getting solids for just for everyday use would be so much better because in reality, you buy this camo, you only use it at a certain time of year, you
Yeah,
know, and you kind of just like it's so expensive
right.
that. you buy it, you're excited to wear it, you wear it, then you don't wear it for another 11 months,
Yeah.
and you're just like, it's nice to have because it's real nice gear, but at the same time,
Right.
you're there's there's a lot of probably solids out there that are just as nice.
Yeah.
So
Well, and again, I don't know the specifics on it, and I don't know what research has been done, but I've seen some guys where they like swear by solids, and
yeah,
they do spot and stock elk, and they're like, we feel like we have more success when we're wearing solids as opposed to camo.
interesting. Okay.
And so I don't know, maybe it's all anecdotal, and it's maybe one-off stuff, but I mean, I'm not opposed to finding out myself because it's I feel like it's less expensive, and
Yep.
like you said, you can wear it more than just in the field. Like that Magellan vest that I got, it's sitting at work right now because I keep forgetting to bring it home, but I wear it
Uh-huh.
every morning because that thing is it's windproof, water resistant, super warm, like
Nice. Nice.
pockets everywhere, so nice, and I love that vest. So there's my plug to Magellan, but.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think if I would go with a certain brand, I'm already actually wearing them right now. It's Born Primitive. These
Hmm.
guys. Boop.
There you go.
Yeah, this is one of the jackets actually Chelsea got for me for Christmas. It definitely is a more early season type of jacket.
Yeah.
Um, so something you wear in September at in the morning or at night.
Right.
So, but yeah, I do like Born Primitive. I think they make really good gear. And they've done a really good job. And they have Aaron Schneider, he used to own Kafaru. Now everyone knows how Kafaru game bags, but packs are pretty much untouchable and are
Yeah.
super durable. So now he's with Born Primitive Outdoor, and so I bet that just the quality is just going to go through the roof.
Yeah.
So, and the
Nice.
more I look at them, they're definitely more affordable hunting line than your typical Sitka,
Yeah.
Kuiu. Um,
Yeah. I've looked
where
at them recently.
yeah. So
Nice. One thing
yeah,
I forgot because I took it out because I use it at other times too. Going back to my gear pack out, I always have a portable charger, phone charger.
smart.
Um, Especially because now that I'm doing filming and stuff like that, keeping it charged. I'm not charging the whole time while I'm recording and stuff like that, but I'll charge it on my walk in because
Mhm.
typically if it's a spot I've been to, I don't need my GPS, I don't need my phone out, and I'll just plug it in and throw it in the pack or in a pocket, something like that. Walk
Uh-huh.
in. Once I get there, I'll take it off, yada yada. When I'm done hunting, plug it in, walk out, all that good stuff. But yeah, I definitely keep this one is nice because it's an OtterBox brand, but it's one of those contact chargers. It's not MagSafe, so it's not magnetized to the charger.
Uh-huh.
But if the cord breaks, doesn't work, what doesn't want to work, you with having a more modern, recent phone, having it sit on there, you know, I've done it where I've just had it in my pocket, sitting up against it, and it stays charging. So
Yeah.
the charge this, never have a dead phone, never an excuse. So, when Caitlin listens to this, she'll be like, "Oh, so your phone didn't die." Whoops.
Noted.
No,
And they're
I've
gonna be
never
like,
had it die. I've never used that excuse yet.
yeah, yet.
So,
But yeah, I think
yeah.
that's it for now, gear wise, that I
Yeah.
use. I'd
Going,
like
so
to,
I looked it up while you were talking. Last Light LLC, small company, and like I said, it's like it sounds. It's pretty much just headlights or headlamps and those light ropes that I was talking about.
huh,
$39 for one rope. Their headlamp, they have a $40, $55, and a $95 headlamp. Well, they also have a $15 headlamp, one of those that has like the LED bar. I'm
Uh-huh.
not so sold on those, but and they have an extra battery for I believe for their light ropes, uh, for $15. I don't know what the
Nice.
Halo is, but pretty much all their stuff is like just, oh, it's a Halo light, I think.
Hmm,
Yeah,
very cool.
Halo light. So pretty cool. And then they've got some apparel or whatever, but uh no, that they look very appealing, and I've seen some of their photos that like they've got it like on their website. They've got when they're posing with their animals, having that rope light
Uh-huh.
hanging around it, it just makes for
Yeah.
like a cool setting too. So
Yeah.
as opposed to just flash on your phone or using the light from your headlamp to shine on whoever or on yourself, having that rope light set up makes it a kind of cool little vibe while you're out there.
Right. Hmm, very
So
cool.
I might look at getting into maybe a little last light. Maybe we'll have a little partnership. Maybe I reach out to him. Hey man,
Maybe.
I'll sell some stuff on my website for you.
They got a heated vest. Ooh.
The current one or the discontinued one?
Discontinued one. There's a current one?
Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
Oh, there is. Never mind.
Both. Get them both.
Both. Well,
Sweet.
maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
Cool.
your talk is always fun. Like I
Yep.
said, we haven't talked about this stuff before, so helps to helps to talk about it, and people get an idea of what we work with, and you know maybe
Mhm.
leave some comments down below. Let us know what you guys use, and if you swear by a certain brand, or if you think that there's something that's a must have.
Yeah.
Obviously we're hunters, we're gonna have some snacks, so I didn't bring up what snacks I bring. We talked about it a little bit before in that one health and fitness episode, but
Yep.
having snacks is always they're always in there. I took them out so that they don't rot in my backpack, but water, all that good stuff. But yeah, always good to share those things. But if you have something that you as the listener swears by, let us know, and maybe we'll look at updating our packs,
Heck yeah.
our gear.
Always looking to update, always looking for something better. Um,
Yeah.
because I mean, yeah, we like our certain brands, but we're always open to to suggestions.
Right. And especially like for me, maybe I'm just a cheap ass and don't want to spend money when I don't have to. But if listeners especially have something that is like, hey, this is super affordable. Maybe you're spending like $100, but like you're getting a ton of bang for the buck. You know, again, it's something that you swear by. Let us know if there's something that you
Yep.
think we're missing or a company we're overlooking. I'm always open to looking at what other clothing brands as well, especially
Yep.
now that I'm looking to change to solids. If there's a company that makes really good quality solids that doesn't break the bank,
Yep.
uh, I'm open to that. Let me know because I'm on the hunt, literally and figuratively.
Same.
All right, Brooks. Any closing thoughts for you? I've got one more thing, but you got any closing thoughts?
Oh, oh yeah. Sorry. Excuse me.
No, he's ready for
Sorry.
bed.
I'm ready for bed. Tired. I don't think I have any closing thoughts. I think I'm good. What about
Awesome.
you?
Well, something we're gonna have going on. I'll try to post on my Instagram at underscore full fletch archery. Gonna be posting a Q&A type deal, or so a place where you can ask questions. And so for you listeners, wherever you're watching or listening, hop over to Instagram. That's at underscore full fletch archery, and I will post a question in my story every day so it never runs out. And ask us some questions, whether it's archery, hunting, fishing, outdoors, something like that. Anything you want to know about us. Um, Maybe we'll definitely shout you out if we get some good questions. Well, any questions just about that we get, we'll read them out as long as they're mostly appropriate. But
Yeah, right.
but no, hop over to Instagram. We'll do an episode sometime next week, maybe, or I don't know, sometime soon. probably next week, where we'll do a Q&A where we take all those questions, we'll answer them, and so I don't know, get creative, try to stay mostly appropriate, and leave Brooks and I, and possibly even Tanner. I don't know. We'll see if he ever is able to hop on a podcast when we are. And
I don't even know what he
um,
looks like anymore. Just kidding.
that's funny. So, but
Gotcha,
yeah,
Tanner.
hop over at underscore full fletch archery on Instagram and fill out a question. Give us some questions, then we'll hop on a podcast and we'll answer those for you guys. So that's all I got, and sounds like that's all Brooks has. He's gonna go finish eating, and he's got to hit the hay. He's the sleepy fella.
Yep. Maybe we'll call him a sick day tomorrow if I still don't feel good tomorrow. So we'll see. Ugh.
All right, well, we'll wrap her up there, and appreciate you guys listening. We'll catch you on the next one.
See you guys.